Welcome to the PROFOC firmware upgrade walkthrough video. Open your browser and visit ridepropel.com. Open the service page, then scroll down to the Firmware for PROFOC and PALM section. Open the board that matches yours. We update the latest firmware version here. Right-click the link and open it in a new page. Click here to download it to your desktop. Right-click the file on your desktop, then extract/unzip it. Open the Windows Installation Toolkit folder. Double-click Win_driver to start the driver installation, then click OK on the prompt. After it finishes, close the window. Right-click the Windows Start menu, then select Device Manager. Plug the firmware upgrade cable into your computer's main unit. In the Device Manager window, it will refresh automatically. Click Ports, and you'll see a new interface appear here. Open the Hex Tools program in the Hex Tools folder. We need to make sure the channel port matches the newly detected port you just plugged into the computer. Set the baud rate to 115,200. Turn on the skateboard and the remote controller, and make sure they're connected. Then plug the other end of the firmware upgrade cable into the PALM charging port. Please note, during the upgrade, keep the remote controller close to the antenna area. Otherwise, it may interfere with the signal transmission and cause the upgrade to be interrupted. Click Load File on the desktop. Open the firmware upgrade folder. This time, the upgrade order is Step 1, PROFOC Controller. Step 2, PROFOC Controller Communication. Step 3, Remote Controller. Step 1, upgrade the PROFOC controller. Select the PROFOC controller file and click Open. You should see the interface fill with content as it starts loading. Then move the content up to the very top of the data. Find the first 4 characters at the beginning of the data. First, click Format Conversion. For the header, use the first 2 characters of the data's first 4. For command code, use the second 2 characters. Then return to serial port testing. Click Open. Step 1. Click CMD Handshake until you see the R:0151C1DC indicator. At this point, the remote controller should display connected. Step 2. Click CMD Erase until you see R:015281D, D 3 times. Step 3. Click Write, then wait until the pop-up message finishes. Please note, if any unexpected interruption occurs during the writing process, don't worry. Just make sure you don't click CMD Disconnect. You can repeat the process in the following order. Step 1. CMD Handshake. Step 2. CMD Erase. Step 3. Write until you receive a pop-up notification that all data has been written. Attention! Do not click CMD Disconnect before the upgrade is fully finished. Otherwise, the remote controller may be permanently damaged. Error demonstration. What happens if the header and command code you set are inconsistent with the first 4 characters of the serial port test? Let's try it. On the Format Conversion page, keep the header at 1 and enter 50 for the command code. But the first 4 letters after loading the firmware in serial port testing are a 250. Then, following the sequence CMD Handshake to CMD Erase to write, you'll find that it wasn't successfully written. At this point, you need to change the format conversion settings to make them consistent. That's all for the precautions. Let's continue. Step 2. Upgrade the PROFOC controller communication. Click Load File, then in the Firmware Files folder, select PROFOC-Controller Communication. You should see new content appear in the interface as it starts loading. Move the data to the very top. Find the first 4 characters at the beginning of the data. Click Format Conversion. Enter A2 in header and 50 in command code. Then go back to serial port testing. Click CMD Handshake until you see R:A 251B92C. Click CMD Erase until you see R:A 252F92D 3 times. Then click Write and wait for the pop-up message to finish. Click CMD Disconnect. At this point, the skateboard power will shut off and the remote controller will show the hook/docking icon. Step 3. Upgrade the remote controller. Click Load File, then in the Firmware Files folder, select PALM- Remote Control. You should see new content appear in the interface as it starts loading. Move the data to the very top. Find the first 4 characters at the beginning of the data. Click Format Conversion. Enter A1 in header and 50 in command code. Then go back to serial port testing. Click CMD Handshake until you see R:A 151B9DC. Click CMD Erase until you see R:A 152F9DD 3 times. Then click Write and wait for the pop-up message to finish. Click CMD Disconnect. At this point, the remote controller will power off. Unplug the firmware upgrade cable, then press and hold the function button. While holding it, press and hold the power button to turn it on. After turning on the remote controller, it will enter Learning the Center Position. You'll see F01 on the screen. Just press the function button 4 times in a row to finish the learning. Follow the on-screen prompt to enter the remote controller pairing screen. Press and hold the skateboard power button until the remote controller says Pairing. Then release the button. These parameters have been preset. Simply press the function button to continue. Turn the skateboard off. Keep the palm powered on. Then turn the skateboard back on and press the skateboard power button 3 times in a row. After you hear the buzz sound, wait for the motor to finish rotating. This is the motor and controller undergoing self-learning, which is also the final step in the entire operation. Congratulations on successfully completing the firmware upgrade. Enjoy your riding. This is where the video ends. Thanks for watching.